Good morning, all. Let us see the next chapter, that is curve tracing. In previous lecture, we have seen the third chapter, application of PDA. So let us see the next one. So in curve tracing, we have to draw curve by using some conditions. So these conditions we have to remember. Without these conditions, we can't draw the curve. So let us see what are the curves. So there are two types to draw the curves, that is the curve in Cartesian form and curve in polar form. Cartesian form means the given example contains the xy variables equation, and curve in polar form means the example equation contains r theta as a variables. So if xy equation is given, then that curve is called curve in Cartesian form, and if r theta equation is given in the example, then that curve is called curve in polar form. So let us see the first type, that is Cartesian curve or curve in Cartesian form. So first condition we have to check that the symmetry. First condition is symmetry. So there are 4 to 5 points to check the symmetry. So symmetry about x-axis. X-axis means your horizontal line and vertical line is your y-axis. So symmetry about x-axis. How to check that there is a symmetry about x-axis? So symmetry means uh, symmetry. If the symmetry is about x-axis, so this is your x-axis, and the symmetry about x-axis means if you fold the page on that line, that is x-axis line, we fold this page on that x-axis, then whatever the curve in upward direction, same curve will be should be in downward direction. That is this is your curve. So same curve should be in the downward direction. So if we symmetry about x-axis means if we fold the page on that x-axis, so we are folding this on x-axis, so that curve should be matched. So this curve is matched with this. So this is called symmetry about x-axis. You can fold the page. So after folding the page, the parts of that curve should be matched. So that is called symmetry about x-axis. So here how to check the what is the condition for symmetry about x-axis? So if the given example or given equation contains the powers of y and these powers of y should be even, then the curve is symmetric about x-axis. So for example, even power means let us say this equation y square equal to x. This is your given example. So this example contains y power is 2 and x power is 1. So y power is 2 means even power of y, and x power 1 is odd power of x. So if the example contains even power of y, then you can write the conclusion as the symmetry is about x-axis. So y square equal to x, this is the curve in this form. So the whatever the curve part on the upper side of the x-axis, same part will be in lower side of the x-axis. So this is the curve y square equal to x, and you can see that this curve is symmetric about x-axis. That is, if you fold the page on this x-axis line, then the upper curve and lower curve are matched. So this first condition is for symmetry about x-axis, and the what is the rule? We have to check that the example contains even power of y. Next is symmetry about y-axis. So for symmetry about x-axis, there should be even powers of y. Then symmetry about y-axis, the condition is opposite. That is, we have to check even powers of x. For symmetry about x-axis, even power of y. Symmetry about y-axis, even power of x. So in this way you can remember the rule. So if the given example or given equation contains all the powers of x with the even powers, then the curve is symmetric about y-axis. So this is your y-axis, that is the vertical line. And for example, consider x square equal to y is your given example or given equation. Then this example contains y power is 1, that is odd power, x power is 2, that is even power. So here this example contains even power of x, hence we can conclude that this curve is symmetric about y-axis. Symmetric about y-axis means if you fold the page on that vertical line, that is y-axis, in this way, so that after the folding, the left side part of the curve and right side part of the curve should be matched. So that is called symmetry about y-axis. So this is your y-axis. The left side curve and right side curve of that y-axis is same. That is, this curve and this curve are symmetric. So this is called symmetry about y-axis. This is called symmetry about x-axis means upward and downward side curve should be matched. Symmetry about y-axis means left side and right side parts of the curve should be matched. Then the third condition is symmetry in opposite quadrant. So there are 4 quadrants: first, second, third and fourth. So in opposite means first, third and second, fourth. So here what is the condition for symmetry in opposite quadrant? So here what is the condition for symmetry in opposite quadrant? So if the given equation, in the given equation, if we replace x variable by minus x and y variable by minus y, and after simplification we get the original equation again, then we can say that the curve symmetry is in opposite quadrant. So for example, consider y is equal to x cube. So in this replace x by minus x and y by minus y. So here we get minus y equal to minus x cube. And simplify. Minus x cube means minus x cube. This left side minus sign and right side minus sign get cancelled. So we get y equal to x cube. That is original equation. So this is your original equation. After putting x equal to minus x and y equal to minus y, and by simplification, if you get the original equation again, then we can say that the symmetry is about symmetry in opposite quadrant. So this curve is this in this way in the graph. So you can say the curve is same as in first and third quadrant. So opposite quadrant means the symmetry in this example, the curve symmetry is in first and third quadrant, that is opposite quadrant. So opposite quadrant symmetry means the this symmetry is in first and third quadrant. So if you fold in this way, like, then in this way, if you fold this page, then this side curve is same as this side curve looks same as the upper side curve. So this is called symmetry in opposite quadrant. Next condition is symmetry about y is equal to x line. So y is equal to x, some geometry knowledge we have to know for this curve tracing chapter. So y is equal to x means this is the straight line equation, and how to check the straight line equation. So the xy powers should be 1. If the example contains x power is 1 and y power is 1, then that equation is of straight line. So this straight line, how to draw this line, straight line. So y is equal to x means the general equation is y is equal to kx, and this y is equal to kx is the straight line passing through the origin in the first and third quadrant. So this straight line equation, general equation of this straight line is y is equal to kx. So here we have given y is equal to x means y is equal to 1x. So this equation, 1x. So this equation is like this general equation. Hence this equation is this. That is, this is your y is equal to x line. And its general equation is this. So whatever the nature of the given example or given equation, we have to compare that given equation with the general equation, and if that equation is matched with the general equation, then the nature of that straight line is same as for the particular equation. So y is equal to kx line is this. Same line is for this equation also, that is y is equal to x. So y is equal to x, this line is same as y is equal to kx because there is k is equal to 1. Hence y is equal to x, this is your line. So how to check the y is equal to x symmetry? So here in opposite quadrant, hence we are putting x equal to opposite sign term, that is x by minus x and y by minus y, because there is opposite word is here. So you can relate this opposite word with this condition, that is opposite means x by opposite sign term, that is x by minus x and y by minus y. So here we have to check the symmetry about y is equal to x line. So y is equal to x line means we have to replace x by y and y by x, that is replacement. So what is the condition for checking the symmetry about y is equal to x line? So replace in the given equation, replace x by y and y by x, and after simplification, if we get the original equation, then we can say that the given example or given curve is symmetric about y is equal to x line. So this is your y is equal to x line. That is, if you fold this page to this line in this way, then the curve in this side and in this side should be matched or should be same. So this is called y is equal to x line symmetry. So for example, x cube plus y cube equal to 3axy. So put x equal to y in this equation and y is equal to x. So we have y cube plus x cube equal to 3ayx. That is, after simplification we get take x cube first. So x cube plus y cube equal to 3ayx means xy. So this is your original equation. So by putting y equal to x and x equal to y in the given equation, if we get after simplification, if we get the original equation, then we can say that the symmetry is about y is equal to x line. So this is your curve for this x cube plus y cube equal to 3axy. So you can see that this is your y is equal to x line, and the part of that curve on this side and on this side is same. So this is the part and this is the part, this part and this part. So if we fold the page on this y is equal to x line in this way, then this part and this part of the curve is matched. So this is called symmetry about y is equal to x line. Then last one symmetry condition is we have to check symmetry about y is equal to minus x line. So y is equal to minus x line means these two conditions are similar. That is, for y is equal to x line symmetry, we have to put x equal to y and y is equal to x. For symmetry about y is equal to minus x line, we have to put x equal to minus, negative sign we have to take. X equal to minus y and y equal to minus x. So, and again, after simplification, if we get the original equation, then we can say that symmetry about y is equal to minus x line. So y is equal to minus x straight line is, so this is your general equation y is equal to kx, and if you draw the straight line in second and fourth, this is your second quadrant, this is your fourth quadrant. So this equation, this straight line has the general equation y is equal to minus kx. So these equations are fixed and their nature of the straight line are also fixed. So this is your y is equal to kx. So in particular y is equal to x is given. So also the nature of that y is equal to x line is same as this y is equal to kx line. So for y is equal to minus x is, means here k is equal to 1. K is equal to 1. So this straight line equation is same as this, and y is equal to minus kx. Straight line nature is this. Passing through the origin means 0 0 point. This is your 0 0 point, and passing from second quadrant to fourth quadrant. So this is your equation of straight line y equal to minus kx line, and this y equal to minus x, this straight line is similar to this general equation y equal to minus kx. So this nature of this straight line is same as for the y equal to minus x. So y equal to minus x means this is your straight line y equal to minus x. So what is the symmetry about y is equal to minus x? Means if you fold this page to the y is equal to minus x line, then the curve to this side and to this side should be matched or should be same. So this is the symmetry about y is equal to minus x line. So the condition is putting x equal to minus y and y equal to minus x, and if we get the original equation, then we can say that the symmetry is about y is equal to minus x line. So consider the example x cube minus y cube equal to 3axy. Put x equal to minus y and y equal to minus x. So after simplification, minus y cube minus x cube equal to 3a into minus y minus x. And then simplification is like minus y cube means minus y cube. This minus x cube means minus x cube. This minus and this minus get plus. So plus x cube is equal to 3a minus plus 3axy. So we have x cube minus y cube equal to 3xy. That is original equation. Hence we can say that this curve is symmetric about y is equal to minus x line. So this is your y is equal to minus x line. This is your y is equal to minus x line, and the curve at this side and at this side should be symmetric. That is, the curve part on this side and curve part on this side should be matched. So you can see this is matched. So this is your first point of symmetry. In symmetry, there are 5 sub points, that is symmetry about x-axis, symmetry about y-axis, symmetry in opposite quadrant, symmetry about y is equal to x line, symmetry about y is equal to minus x line. So for these sub points, there are different conditions. For symmetry about x-axis, if example contains even power of y, then symmetry about x-axis. Example contains even power of x, then symmetry about y-axis. For opposite quadrant symmetry, put x equal to minus x and y equal to minus y. For y is equal to x line symmetry, put x equal to y is equal to x. For y is equal to minus x symmetry, put x equal to minus y and y equal to minus x. So these are the conditions for these 5 sub points of the symmetry. Then the second point is, first point is your symmetry, then the second point is origin. We have to check that the given curve is passing through the origin. Origin means 0 0 point, passing through origin or not. So what is the condition for passing through origin? Curve is passing through origin. So put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 in the given equation, and if we get the equation is like left side we get 0 and right side is also we will get 0, then we can say that the curve is passing through origin. So here in this example, for example, in this example you can put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Left side we get 0, and 0 into 0, that is 3a into 0 is 0. So 0 equal to 0 we get. Hence the curve is passing through origin. So you can see the curve is intersect. Intersect means that curve passes through origin. This is your 0 0 point, origin point. Or this is your extra condition. You can remember this condition. So the extra condition is, if the given example contains no constant term, that is number term, no constant term, then curve passes through origin. And if example contains constant term, then curve not passing through origin. So you can remember this condition only. This is the extra condition. You can skip that. Consider or remember this condition. putting x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, if we get 0 equal to 0 equation, then the curve is passing through origin. So this is your second condition. Third condition is tangent through origin. So tangent means what? So you draw this curve, and the tangent to this curve means tangent is one kind of straight line, and the tangent to this curve means that tangent or that straight line passing through only one point of that curve. So consider this one point, and that tangent is passing through this point only. So this is called tangent. So tangent means it is one kind of straight line which passing through one and only one point of that curve. So that straight line is called tangent. So tangent through origin means this is your x-axis, and this x-axis you can say as a tangent because this x-axis passing through this point. So the curve is like this. The around curve to this tangent will be like this because that tangent is passing through only one point. So this curve or this curve. So if x-axis we get the tangent in the example, then the curve around that tangent will be look like in this way. So you can see that curve part passing through only one point. Only one point, that is origin point. So tangent through origin, what is the condition for that? So this is your third condition, and when we have to check this condition, if this second condition satisfied, then we can check for the third condition. So if we get the conclusion like the curve is not passing through origin, then there is no need to check this third condition. This third condition will be applied only if the curve is passing through origin, because this condition, third condition name is tangent through origin. As the curve is not passing through origin, then there is no any such case of or such type of that tangent which passing through origin if there is a curve not passing through origin. So if this second condition is will be satisfied, then check the third condition. Then only you have to check the third condition, otherwise not. So if the curve is passing through origin, then check this condition. So what is the condition? Equating the lowest degree term from the given example or from the given equation equal to 0, and simplify whatever the xy equation remaining, that equation is called equation of the tangent through origin. So what is the meaning of equating lowest degree term to 0? So for example, this is your example, x square equal to y. So lowest degree term. So here first check all the degrees of every terms. So here x square, that is power is 2 or degree is 2. Here y is term, so the power is 1. So lowest power term is y. And that lowest power term we have to take equal to 0. And after simplification, whatever we get, that is your equation of tangent through origin. So here lowest power term is y. 2 is greater than 1. So lowest number is 1. So we have to take this y equal to 0. And after simplification, so there is no any need to simplify, directly we get the equation. So this equation is called equation of tangent, and y equal to 0 means it is fixed equation, it is the general equation. As you know, y is equal to kx is the general equation, that is the straight line passing through the origin from first quadrant to third quadrant, and this equation has the nature y equal to minus kx line passing through the origin from second to fourth quadrant. In this way, this is also fixed equation y equal to 0. So y equal to 0 equation means it is the equation of x axis. So y equal to 0 means you get x axis. So x axis has the equation y equal to 0 and it is fixed. So what is the equation for y axis? X equal to 0. This is the equation of y axis. So these are some fixed kind of equations we have to remember. So here y is equal to 0 means x axis, and x axis is the tangent we get for this equation. Now consider the next equation. Y square equal to x into x square minus a. So here first multiply this x to this bracket, so x cube minus ax. So y square power is 2, x cube power or x cube degree is 3, minus ax degree is 1. X has the degree 1. So 2, 3, 1. So lowest power term is minus ax. That minus ax we have to take equal to 0. Simplifying, take this minus a which is constant on right side. So 0 upon minus a is 0. So we get x equal to 0. And after simplification, whatever the equation remains, that is your equation of tangent. So again, x equal to 0 is the general equation of y-axis. So this is the equation of tangent, and x equal to 0 means y-axis is the tangent. The next example is y square equal to ax. So in this curve or in this example, y has the degree 2, x has the degree 2. So here there is no comparison of lowest power or highest power. So this power, whatever this same power is this, so second degree term is available or term is present in this equation. So this terms itself is a lowest power term, because we are not we can't compare the lowest power term or highest power term, because there are two terms and two terms having the same power. So hence we have to take these both the terms as the lowest power term. So how to take all the terms on the left side. So take y square minus x square. So this is your lowest power term, because there is no any highest power term in this equation. So this is second power term, this is second power term. So we have to take both the terms as the lowest power term. So take on left side, it is important. So y square minus x square, take this equation equal to 0 and simplify. So y square equal to x square, y equal to plus minus x. So there we get two tangents, y equal to x and y equal to minus x. So y equal to x means this and y equal to minus x means this. So we get the two tangents. You can draw simultaneously. This is your y is equal to x tangent. This is your y is equal to minus x tangent. So the nature of these tangents is called cross tangents, because they crossed themselves. So y is equal to x and y is equal to minus x. So these are we get cross tangents to this example. Next is x square minus 2y square equal to xy square. So here x square power is 2, y square power is 2, xy square. These two are the variables. So x power is 1 and y power is 2. So total power of that term is 3. We have to consider the power of that term. So here this term is xy square term, and that term contains x and y both. So we have to consider both the powers. So how to consider? Add these powers. So x power is 1, y power is 2. So the total term power is 3. So lowest power term is minus 2y square. Take equal. Lowest power term is two terms, x square minus 2y square. So take equal to 0. Simplify x square equal to 2y square, that is x equal to plus minus root 2y, or you can write y equal to 1 upon root 2 plus minus root 2 x. So this is just a number. So this equation is y equal to plus minus 1 by root 2 x. So this is just a number, y equal to 1 by root 2. So we get y equal to kx. So here k is your 1 by root 2. And if we compare this equation with y equal to minus kx, then again k equal to 1 by root 2. So here we have given two equations, y equal to 1 by root 2x and y equal to minus 1 by root 2x. So y equal to 1 by root 2x is matched with this, y equal to 1 by root 2x, and y equal to minus 1 by root 2x is, this is your particular equation matched with this general equation. So we have given cross tangents. So these are your cross tangents passing through the origin, that is your these tangents, these two. This is your y-axis, this is your y-axis, x-axis, and these are your cross tangents. Then next is xy square equal to y square minus 2x cube. So here x power is 1, y power is 2, total term power is 3, y power is 2, x power is 3. So the lowest power term is y square equal to 0, take equal to 0 and simplify. So y equal to 0 is your equation of tangent. Y equal to 0 means x-axis is your tangent. So there are general equations. X equal to 0 means that is your y-axis. Y equal to 0, this is the equation of x-axis. Then y equal to plus minus kx or x equal to plus minus ky. Both the equations are called cross tangents. So these are the cross tangents. This is your positive positive tangent, that is y equal to kx or x equal to ky. And this is your negative tangent, that is y equal to minus kx and x equal to minus ky. So these are the general equations we have to remember. Then fourth point is point of intersection with the coordinate axis. Coordinate axis means x-axis and y-axis. So here points of intersection. The points of intersection means what? The if this curve, this is your x-axis, this curve is passing through this x-axis to this point. That is, this curve intersect means छेदने. हा कर्व काय, ह्या कर्वनं काय केलं आहे, ह्या एक्स ॲक्सिसला या पॉईंटला छेद दिला आहे. दिस कर्व इज इंटरसेक्ट ॲट दिस एक्स ॲक्सिस टू दिस पॉईंट. सो दिस पॉईंट इज कॉल्ड पॉईंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन. So what is the meaning of point of intersection? Point of intersection means the point through which the curve is passing. That is called point of intersection. So these points we have to find. So what is the condition? Put x equal to 0 in the given example, and after simplification whatever we get the value of y, we get the point as 0 and that particular value of y. So this is your intersecting point. Then put y equal to 0 in the given equation and simplify. Whatever we get the intersecting point with the x-axis. So if you put y equal to 0, so whatever we get the x values, so that is your intersecting point. Then fifth point is tangents. As the third condition is also for the tangent, but this tangent is tangent through origin, and this tangent is not passing through origin. So other tangents, other straight lines also we have to find. So if we get the point of intersection other than origin, then check this fifth condition. That is fourth condition. In fourth condition, if you get 0, 0 point, that is origin point, then there is no need to check this fifth condition. As in previous condition, this third condition, we have to check if this second condition will be satisfied. Then only you can check the third condition. So similarly, if the point of intersection we get other than origin, that is except 0, 0 point, if the other point we get in this fourth condition, then only you can check the fifth condition. Otherwise, don't check the fifth condition. So here, if we get the other than point of intersection, that is other than origin point of intersection, then only you have to check the fifth condition. So what is the fifth condition? From the given example, which is given in the xy variables, from that differentiating that given equation with respect to x and find the value of dy by dx. That is, if there is a equation is like this, y equal to x square, then differentiating this equation, this is your one kind of implicit function. So y derivative with respect to x is dy by dx. X square derivative with respect to x is 2x. So this is your value of dy by dx. So in this way, you have to find the dy by dx. So from the given example, find the dy by dx value and check the condition further. So if dy by dx is equal to, we get equal value as 0 at that point. So the if we get other than origin point as 0, 2 point, so that 0, 2 point we have to put in dy by dx value. That is, if we get dy by dx equal to x square plus y and the other than origin point is 0, 2, then put this point in this dy by dx. That is, put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. The first sequence is like, first coordinate is your x coordinate and second is your y coordinate. So put x equal to 0 and y equal to 2 here, we get dy by dx equal to 2. So in this way, we have to put that other than origin, that is point of intersection, in that dy by dx. And if we get the value, here we get the value 2. So if we get the value 0, then we conclude that we get the equation of tangent which is parallel to x-axis. So this is your x-axis. So we get the tangent which is parallel to x-axis. So this is your tangent which is parallel to x-axis. So if it is not possible to find the dy by dx term, then find dx by dy term also. If it is not possible to find the dy by dx, then only you can find dx by dy. And if dx by dy comes infinity, then we get the equation of tangent parallel to x-axis. Then if dy by dx at that point of intersection, if we get infinity, then we get the equation of tangent parallel to axis, or dx by dy equal to 0, we get the equation of tangent parallel to axis. So these are the conditions. Next condition is, here in fifth tangent condition there are subpoints. So first point, second point. First find dy by dx, then on the basis of dy by dx, what is the value for dy by dx at this point of intersection, there are conclusions. So if dy by dx is 0, tangent parallel to x-axis. If dy by dx is infinity, tangent parallel to y-axis. If dy by dx is constant term, so here in this example we get, after putting 0, 2, that is other than origin point, that is point of intersection. After putting this point in this example, we get dy by dx equal to 2, that is constant, that is number. So if this conclusion we get, then there is no any such tangent. So the conclusion is, if dy by dx comes constant, then there is no any such tangent. So the fourth one condition is, if dy by dx, after putting the point of intersection in that dy by dx value, if we get dy by dx equal to, the numerator is 0 and also denominator as 0, then 0 upon 0 doesn't give 0 value. it is one kind of indeterminate form. 0 by 0 means it is not equal to 0 or any value. This form is called indeterminate form. So if you get this type of form, then apply the L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule means from dy by dx, again find dy by dx bracket square. So in fourth condition, again there are sub conditions. So in fifth condition, there are four conditions. First condition, second condition, third condition, and in fourth condition there are again sub conditions. So if dy by dx comes 0 by 0 form, after putting the point of intersection, then we have to apply the L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule means first from dy by dx find dy by dx bracket square, and after dy by dx bracket square, how to find dy by dx bracket square? So after applying the L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule means what? In dy by dx, whatever the numerator is there and denominator is there, we have to take the derivative with respect to x of numerator and derivative of denominator with respect to x separately. Take derivative of numerator with respect to x, take derivative of denominator with respect to x separately, and by simplification find the value of dy by dx bracket square. And if that bracket square term gives positive value, then there are cross tangents. Cross tangent means the curve nature is like this. These are your cross tangents. And for cross tangents, we get the, this is the one kind of part of the curve. So for cross tangents, the curve looks like this. It is one kind of, it looks like a wrong answer. When your answer is wrong, then whatever the sign I will give you, that is your wrong answer sign. So this is your wrong answer sign. So in every side there are four cases of the cross tangents and the curve nature. This is your curve nature which is open at the upper side. This is your curve nature open at the lower side, open at the right side, open at the left side. So from four cases, one of the case will be there if the cross tangents are present for that example. So dy by dx, if we get dy by dx equal to 0 by 0 form, apply L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule means in dy by dx, again take the numerator derivative separate and denominator derivative separate, and after simplification find the value of dy by dx bracket square. If that bracket square value gives positive value, then there are cross tangents. If dy by dx bracket square value gives negative value, then we have the isolated point. That intersecting point of intersection point is your isolated point. Isolated point means we have to plot the point, that intersecting point, and that point is named as the isolated point. And isolated point looks like the circle around that point. You have to draw the circle around that point so that it seems like isolated point in the whole curve. So if dy by dx square bracket square gives positive value, we get cross tangents, that is curve is look like this. If dy by dx bracket square gives negative value, we get the isolated point. If dy by dx bracket square gives 0 value, we get the double tangent. Double tangent means if this is your tangent, then double tangent means the curve nature is like this. If this is your tangent, then curve is like this. This is curve or this is curve if the horizontal tangent is there, and if the vertical tangent is there, then this is the tangent or this is the tangent. These are the all possible cases we will see in exactly in the while we solve the examples. So we get the double tangents. So the last one point is asymptote point. We will see in the next lecture. Thank you.